going to multiply. Some of you don't believe in God, right? So check this out. The universe. How about I could connect with you on that? You understand what I'm saying? The universe. It is what goes out comes in. What you put in, you get out. Feel me? So with that, my friend, and I will say this, I want to thank my friend Empress for asking me to be a part of this band because she knew it would mean to me. But you know how we treat one person different because of someone else they're connected to. That's what this industry does a lot as well. And fortunately, I don't have to be a part of that. You know, because I don't think what happened with the band has anything to do with my friend Empress who invited me to the band. You know what I'm saying? She definitely did her best to make sure I hit that runway. So I just want to say, it outside of those kinks, which was a big deal to me, yes it was, because it was my first time and it meant everything to me, you know, tearing up and everything as I'm watching things fall apart. It was the most beautiful. My favorite part was when we were first coming to the parkway. That feeling right there is like you coming into it. It's like I felt royal. You know, we in costumes and this is about culture. I felt so royal. You know what I mean? I did. I managed to. It's like it was like my moment with my creator on some thank you because with all of this, we still managed to make sure that things worked out where one person flopped on me, there were three others helping me that made sure I walked the parkway. I did not walk in the costume that I put my down payment on for, but we're gonna leave that and let God take care of that. So again, give it up for the whole carnival, the whole idea of celebrating culture and labor. You know, those of us who work and all of that good stuff. Shout out to all of that, and I'm grateful for the city council member, or the elected member who allowed us to go through her whole district because that's her district. And I'm so guilty of not remembering her name, y'all. But if y'all hear this and you know her name, you know who I'm talking about, right? Let her know that there's a podcast out there that's really grateful for her. And if I could find her, I'll let her know myself. But we're grateful because she gave us an opportunity. Those of us who really wanted to be a part of Carnival. I love to celebrate culture. There are many different cultures that I connect with. That you know what I'm saying? I don't understand why, but I just do. And I love my Caribbean culture, although I'm Caribbean. So shout out to that. We're going to get back into the show. We have our guest on the way. She's on the way. She's on the way. And we have a Tuesday morning hot topic. That topic happens to be poetry versus erotic poetry. You heard? Because I'm so sick of y'all, some of y'all, and I say this with love and positive energy, but it disturbs me how poorly people perceive erotic poetry and the purpose of those of us, the purpose of it being done, the purpose of it in general. You understand? So me and this wonderful young lady are going to have a very effective conversation, roundtable discussion about this. Feel free to leave comments, guys. We definitely want to know what you think. Leave a comment for those of you who are watching our YouTube live and who will watch this later. Leave a comment and let us know, how do you feel about poetry versus erotic poetry? So that means any other genre of poetry versus the erotic poetry. All right? So we definitely want you guys to leave comments. You heard? Yes, truth. That's right. So leave some comments. And again, this morning's poet highlight, I think this is a really good time to go right into it, seeing how the author is definitely on our Instagram live there, Newtown Radio. Thoughts of a Side Chick by Lisa Gladden, also known as The Truth. You can go follow her at DATROOTH, the number one. All right? So, this is in chapter 3 of her book, Thoughts of a Side Chick. There's levels to this chick. You know what I'm talking about? Let me tell y'all something. When I read this topic, I said she knew she must have been talking about me. I really believe that we have mothers and sisters and brothers and fathers outside of our natural and birth family. I really do believe we have that, like where we may be spirit, related type of thing. You know, a lot of people like to say energy, but I go by spirit because you can lie with your energy. What is manipulation? People portray one thing and really are another. So what is energy sometimes can lie. But anyway, there's levels to this chick. Okay. That sounds like a play, by the way, y'all. I think she needs to have me write this play and we get busy or we write it together. Now we're gonna go straight into the poem. Make sure you guys, first of all, you can purchase her book. Okay? I need you guys to purchase the book. Purchase the book. All right? Now, where you can purchase the book, what you're gonna do is you're gonna DM her at the truth, DATROOTH1. DM her on Instagram, and you're gonna get all of the information. Y'all know I'm still working on remembering shit, right? But anyway, number one, the ride or die. That's the title of this. Most men that step out on their wives. Okay, this is actually a book. That's right. It's a book, not a poetry book. So we're gonna read a piece out of here, and it's the ride or die. Most men step out on their wives and main chicks and have a tad bit more respect for the ride or die side chick. Yeah, that bugs me. Simply because that is what she does. She rides for her dude, no matter what. And deep down inside, she's dying. Wait a minute. Okay, although this is not a poetry book, guys, and this is the poet highlight moment, understand Lisa Gladden is an amazing poet as well. All right? And spoken word poet. This was good. Let me say this over. Most men step out on their wives, and main chicks have a tad bit more respect for the ride or die side chick, simply because this is what she does. She rides for her dude no matter what, and deep down inside, she's dying. That thing resonating with me so good right now, y'all. No, for real, for real. That just resonated so tough with me, y'all. And I know that out of everybody who's going to see and hear what was just read I believe y'all going to agree. This definitely resonated something serious just now with me. All right? So I'm going to say it one more time for my own self, because the first two times was for you guys. Most men, this is titled Ride or Die, the Ride or Die. Most men that step out on their wives and main chicks have a tad bit more respect for the ride or die side chick. Simply because that is what she does. She rides for her dude no matter what. And deep down inside, she's dying. Oh my God. I don't know, but this, you know what I'm talking about? You know how when you go to church and the preacher say one hit and the whole church go crazy? For those of you, all right. You know when you at a concert and your favorite part of the song come up and y'all go bananas, it's like you forgot you had on heels and you just stand up. You start doing stuff you don't normally do with certain things on. Like I don't even stand. Listen, me and heels passing out is crazy. I was at a concert all the way in California. I wouldn't sit. So y'all get where I'm going with this, right? That's what this piece, that right there does to me. But we're going to keep it moving. Why is she dying, you ask? Let's answer this question with a question. How can you ride for someone that ain't even yours? Yes, sir. All right. Intelligence, unfortunately, intelligence is just not that popular. Yeah, y'all. Intelligence turns me on, baby. You know, some of y'all done seen me act up. You know, act up as in, you see my temper playing different things. But guess what? Intelligence turns me on. Don't let the temper fool you because I'm working on it, all right? Intelligence turns me on, y'all, because this is crazy. So we're going to do this one more time for From the Heart of a Poet Instagram viewers. Most men step out on their wives and main chicks, have a tad bit more respect for the ride or die side chick, simply because that is what she does. She rides for her dude no matter what. But deep down inside, she's dying. Why is she dying, you ask? Let's answer this question with a question. How can you ride for someone that ain't even yours? These women most likely started off as a friend, and your man may have hung out with, that your man may have hung out with, she, wife, may have met her on several occasions, and nothing inappropriate was ever suspected. Only because the wife or maid knew of this relationship, she was no secret. Either they were childhood friends or co-workers that may have been around as long as the wife or possibly longer. He has confided in her in the past. She has an ROD in parentheses. When him and the main's relationship was going through issues. Mhm. And like any good man, he would not try to figure a woman out on his own. Let's say this again. And like any good man, he would not try to figure a woman out on his own, but seek advice from another woman who has experience on women because she is one. Because she is one. Now he still loves his maid to death, but needs to know from a woman's point of view what he's now doing wrong, that he and his maid are drifting apart. This is some real good juice. I'm gonna need you guys to purchase this book to hear the rest. You hear me? Purchase the book to hear the rest. Again, that was that was a short part of chapter 3 in the book titled Thoughts of a Side Chick. And in chapter 3, there's levels to this chick. That's the title of the name of her chapter 3. There's levels to this chick. But the title of the book is Thoughts of a Side Chick. And what I just read was 2 paragraphs out of the Ride or Die section of chapter 3. Guys, go purchase the book. Purchase the book. You can go follow her on Instagram at DATROOTH1 and DM her that you would like to purchase her book, Thoughts of a Side Chick, and let her know that From the Heart of a Poet sent you. So shout out to this morning's Poets Highlight segment, via author, all right? She is a poet, but she is definitely an author. Again, we are waiting on this amazing young lady who is our guest for this morning. Her name is Neo Soul. She is an amazing spoken word, a powerful spoken word artist. And her and I are definitely going to shed some light on this topic, okay? Because it is interesting that I am a spoken word artist as well, poet and erotic poet. However, she came and she allowed us to break her virginity by performing erotic poetry on our Press Play erotic poetry and art platform. However, she's not an erotic poet. So we are definitely the truth. We love you. Thank you for joining us this morning. We are definitely going to have a very healthy discussion about this. It may even have a little bit of debate in it, but it is very healthy, all right? Very healthy. And we're going to communicate as effectively as we possibly can. So, guys, again, the topic for this morning is poetry versus non-poetry. So for those of you who are on From the Heart of a Poet's IG Live, Blue Town Radio, IG Live, and who's on our YouTube Live and who would also view this later, I want you guys to leave a comment, all right? Leave a comment and let us know what is your opinion or experience on our topic, poetry versus erotic poetry? And while I have you here, make sure you pop out and support us. All right? Our press play erotic poetry not event is still going. Shout out to Drip BK for supporting us in our beginning. Okay, we're still in our beginning, but our first few months were definitely with Drip BK. I'd like to say the first half, maybe about the first 6 months, maybe, or the first five. So we are grateful for them. They are also a black-owned business. You guys can go and support. All right, Drip Beverage Lounge is at 830 Rogers Avenue. Shout out to exclusive Cornerstone Cafe at 1130 Nostrand Avenue, who now supports us and allow us to have our press play erotic poetry and all event. I really believe this is going to get really, really, really big. I'm talking about really big, so big that I have to tell the owner who supports us right now, hey, we gotta get another space. I'm talking about really bridging gaps and being more of a compliment and an asset to one another than we actually see and actually want to be too. So make sure you guys join us. It is going to be Saturday, September 10th. All right, Saturday, September 10th. Come out, it won't hurt you. I promise. If anything, you're gonna have nothing but a good time. All right. LS Body Works is our vendor for this event. We are definitely looking forward to continuous work with LS Body Works. So shout out to them. All right. And yes, we will be there. $25 admission fee at the door. Okay. And we definitely will have drinks for sale and different things like that. It is 420 friendly, okay, with respect to the law. It is 420 friendly with respect to that law, okay? So make sure you guys come out for all of the performers. What's going on, Chill Films? Make sure you guys come out for all of the performers. Please make sure. Thank you so much for helping us to promote the event. Thank you for supporting the event by coming, bringing your skill, talent, and time. But we also would love it if you would continue to invite people, tell them to come out. We cannot do it by ourselves. We could curate the event. We find the location. We get you guys. We go searching. I call it poet surfing. Okay. All right. It be all times in the morning. We be looking for you guys. It's a lot to the behind the scenes, so we definitely cannot do it on our own. And I am humble enough to say yes. We definitely would like for you to help us to promote the event. All right. So I'm gonna give you some poetry real quick before we go back into some independent artist music. Beauty from within. The culture of a woman is her inner beauty, like the innocence of a child. Her beauty never fades. Her glow gets richer and richer day by day. Her beauty is a light that'll guide your way. Her name is woman. She is the queen of beauty. Her light shines so bright that it'll spark the right nerve and cause you to forget all about her innocent face and these voluptuous curves. Just remember these words when you think of her. Beauty from within. You heard? And I'm going to just give y'all that. I'm going to give y'all the short version, Beauty from within. Guys, you can hear a whole lot more of my poetry on our YouTube channel. All right? Go to our YouTube channel. Not only our videos that are uploaded, but you can also go to the playlist. It's there for you to be able to see. When we say tap in, we mean tap in. You can't support something that you're not familiar with. So yes, tap in, view us first. All right. So shout out to all of the performers we have for this next press play event, guys. These performers are getting ready to tear it up. Heard? Yes, there will be an erotic poetic skit by myself. All right. And whoever we choose from the audience who to be willing to participate, give it up to King Ishtar, as we mentioned earlier. during the show. He is definitely our, most recent verse battle winner. He will definitely be recording in Hooked Up Studios for 2 hours, complimentary by from the Hub. So give it up for that, y'all. All right, and make sure y'all come out on September 10th. Hop out. It's gonna be a vibe. I'm telling you, it's gonna be worth your time. You're gonna be like, I'm so grateful that I listened to her and I came. And when you get a chance, make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm gonna say that all morning. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, and follow us at From the Heart of a Poet. Give it up for this independent artist. We are getting ready to play. Shout out to Butternear. We get ready to play her song, I'm on Fire. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Come on in. Come on in. I got you. Yes. I'm home. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I gotta make you gotta do for the hood man. You know what's gonna like the living in the hood man. I gotta make you gotta do for the hood man. Big goals and big dreams. What is the word of you been? Gotta take you the living. You say shit, really promise it. Days with minutes, I'm just like to see another year. So I'm quite lucky, early devil was in the year. Living for the day, cause tomorrow never promising shit we can do about it. That's the only thing I feel it gradually pulling us back just like a bomb. Yeah, the devil works around us, but God makes a cover. He never give us something that he knew he couldn't never do. Yeah, I'm trying to get about the hood, man. You know what's more like the living in the hood, man. All the struggle, all the killing in the hood, man. I gotta make it, gotta do it for the hood, man. I gotta do it for my fam, you don't understand. I gotta do it for the girls, so they have a chance. I gotta do it for me and stuff for me. I gotta do it, show the world a hood got a chance. Yeah, I'm getting money over everything. I made a deal with Illuminati, don't keep the same. All I want is a better life for my friends. All the boys here, it's time to get on this money train. They want some more money, more promise for you. He wasn't even lying, that shit over what he told him. I was a shot when true colors emerged. Y'all people like 15 years, sticking their hands out. Who can you trust when his money involved? They wish them roll what you try to trip and fall. Inside they can't stand with everything that they can. Both co-sister, but none of us all family. Yeah, and I'm cinnamon toast crunch niggas. Don't you know you can see babies all in a bunch niggas. Bunch of raw fuck boys and I know where. When they can play me close to you know it's real. I know, I gotta do for the hood, man. You know what's only like that living in the hood, man. Yeah. I gotta do for the hood, man. Big goals and big dreams. I wanna just do it for the big team. Yeah! Give it up for Butternear and I'm on. Hey, I'm on. Listen, after listening to some of these female artists, I be really, really sitting up here like, I think I could do this. Because you know what it is? I have the energy. You feel me? I have the energy. So I be really thinking I could do this. You feel me? You can go follow her at Butter, the official _ Butter. Go follow her there, the official _ Butter. If I'm saying it correct, yep, the official _ Butter. Go follow her. Give it up for this next artist. Her name is Phoenix Rocks. The title of the song is Fear.
I want to be prolific. I want to be prolific. I want to be different. I want to be different. I'm not a rapper. I want to be a rapper. Very poet. You make it to show. Phoenix. Let's go. Don't matter if it's 09 or 18, my skill is still me. And if I'm feeling the vibe, then I jump on the line, but I give it everything. You simple and not the vehicles. I'm trying to spark the match, I'm trying to speak souls. With my words, metaphors, and verbs, showing you the word, educate the herbs. Fear is full of evidence of hearing. Come up, things to turn to your soul. Used to surviving, nobody's really living. So used to being used that nobody's really living. Proof crazy, so I remain fearless. I put it in the universe, hoping that you feel this. Faith is ability, extrovert greatness. Never mind, the haters know me. The fake shit. No fake Just focus on the mission, main consistent, don't speak more than you listen. Get on your business, adapt to turn your vision, set your limitations, triple the bit, and then you see your vision. I'm determined to this, I set my vision, I say, I'm ready, my time is an interlocutor. And I'm up top, cause they don't keep the box, man. As long as you focus, it's nothing to do, it's not fair. It's the method. Just get started. I think it's really clear it's the story. I think it's pretty clear I'm playing. Been hiding all of my talents like a penny to you. Plus plenty to study. My hunger won't let me take it to my kingdom. To my kingdom. Don't you be surprised? I will compromise. Why are you so scared? Why are you so scared? I'll get to you. I do the same thing too. So why are you so scared? I know you're scared of me.
Yeah. Give it up for Phoenix. Follow her on Instagram at @Fee_rocks. And if I'm wrong, type in Phoenix Rocks and Google gonna let you know exactly what her Instagram is. She has made it. You already know she's dope because we already told you we're gonna let her say hello. We're gonna play some more independent artist music and we're gonna let her close out this morning's show. You heard? So we're gonna definitely have to continue the topic. But shout out to the fact that she's here. This is what happens when people are determined. You understand me? Because not that she's here with another amazing individual. So I will let them say hello. She's gonna reintroduce herself, and her guest is gonna introduce herself, and we're gonna play another record, and then we're gonna get right on into it. All right. So give it up for Neo Soul up in here, y'all.
Brooklynite all my life, but I'm a Bushwick girl, so shout out to Bushwick. I'm here with my mama. Let's get right to it. I'm here with my mama.
Oh,
Always here with her. She's been with me since my very first feature on stage, very first. She's almost at every show. I have to ask her not to come sometimes.
oh,
Yeah, cause like I feel like I put my things in her. She's like,
oh, that's dope. That's beautiful.
I'm multi-talented.
Hold on, like that. Yeah, so it could be here to right. Yep. No, I'm talking. Yep. There we go.
I'm done. Hey, I'm good. I'm Leah's mother. I was not expecting something more. And I hope you know
Yeah, so basically, I am a multi-talented artist, unfortunately. I say multi-talented because I feel everybody has a talent. They just try to box it to a lane because they can't figure out how to market so much as like the whole jack of all trades.
Wait a minute, you gotta say that over. You gotta say, hey, speak just a little louder, because that, we don't wanna be in here half dying.
Okay,
You know,
so basically, I'm
Say
a
that.
multi-talented artist.
Right.
I do spoken word the best, right? But I love to sing, I love to rap, I love to improv, act. I'm a comedian. I have a little attitude, definitely. Anybody knows me knows. But I have a good heart, and poetry gives me the space to express feelings that otherwise I wouldn't express out of just genuine courtesy of people's feelings because I care too much of the time.
Wow.
So poetry really was like a mental health type of thing for me to start my journey of what I'm doing now. The reason why I don't like to refer to myself as just a poet because when I go into spaces where there are other artists like singers and rappers, I have those talents too, you know, and I always get labeled as a poet, so the respect level isn't the same as a singer or a rapper. So when I walk into these rooms, they automatically count me out. They think I'm coming with bongos and incense. And they think I'm about to be like Jill Scott. They think I'm about to, you know, hit them with the snap, talk your stuff poet. Can I cuss?
Girl, yes.
Okay.
Listen, she said, can she cuss? Tell her she better say whatever the fuck she wanna say. Okay, mother? Yes. Well, this was refining we gotta do everywhere else. Look, Newtown radio station, and from the heart of a poet says, say what the fuck.
So, from the heart of this poet, I am definitely sick of being counted out.
Talk about it.
So, since the topic is about erotic poetry and poetry.
Right, poetry, right. She did a me. So since she jumping right into it, guys, this is the topic that I was brewing up for y'all earlier. I told y'all we was getting ready to have a really, really healthy and effective discussion because they do know that you came to perform.
Okay.
But they do know also that you're not an erotic poet. And I said spoken word artist. Right. Go ahead, boo.
So,
How you like I came correct this morning?
Yeah.
I didn't want no bush with
I'm
smoke.
loving the way you look.
You could listen, and then mother said, but how you know mother said? Okay.
so my poetry is indicative of the thoughts that you guys are scared to say. I'm not. A lot of times I say things too bluntly. I say things matter of fact. My mother hates it when I'm technical. But the reason I'm technical because people like to play games with your mind.
Stop right there. You resemble my spirit so much it's scary. Can you go?
You a Leo moon, I'm a Leo sun. I'm what I represent what's inside of you. So
Yes, you do.
I'm
You're
very
killing me right
into
now.
astrology.
You know how bad I want to just scream. You know how when you in church, I said that earlier. This morning has been such a gift to me. Because we have a poet's highlight. If you ever write a book, they're gonna know about it.
Okay.
If it gets in my hands, which it will. So we have poet's highlight moment. This author is a poet. Not all authors that I'm going to read from their books are poets, but this author is a poet. Come on, the truth, right? So the whole thing, it just feel like church. When people hit you in an area, come on, you know, as a passionate person, when somebody finally understands it the way you see it. Oh my God, I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
It's funny you use the word church because that's literally the label that's put on me. Preach, girl.
Yo,
preaching. And
I was just thinking that.
girl, you saying a word. And as much as I love it, I'm not trying to be nobody's preacher. I'm just talking that shit that you want to hear.
Thank you.
I wish everybody else would talk that shit too, so we can have a real discussion. I'm not scared of the dozens. When I mean the dozens, I mean not just joking on your mom this, your mom that. I mean like the whole back and forth, the banter between people, the conversation. Sometimes you need to have tough conversations so now we can have a better understanding. I really don't care to be right. I just care to be understood. And that goes within my personal relationships, professional relationships, on stage when I'm performing. I started doing poetry as a mental health thing because I was being bullied in high school. I was being bullied throughout my life, but when it got to high school, it became a lot. I was actually inspired by a friend who she wrote for a guy. I mean, I said guy. She wrote for a guy, and she had a huge crush on him, and she gave him all her poetry. And that's a beautiful thing because he kept it. He didn't throw it away anything. He actually kept it and gave it back to her, I believe. And just knowing that she would share her poetry with him, and I'm like, yo, if I ever get a chance to do poetry, I know everybody gonna hear what I gotta say because I'm gonna go on stage. By that time, I was already a dancer. I danced for 3 years professionally. I was a ballet, tap, modern, jazz, African, all of that. I didn't not do something. I was always active. So for people to tease me, it became just an outlet to get my feelings out. And I laughed because I had to think yesterday about the first poem I ever wrote, and come to find out, the first poem I ever wrote was actually a love poem. Now, the first poem I ever wrote was about the stars, but that was like 9 years old. I'm talking about consciously making a decision to start writing poetry. So when I realized it was a love poem, it was about bad love. That's when I realized, oh shoot, I've been doing mental health since I was 14 years old. Before that was even a topic in the Black community. I was doing this before Def Jam poetry even debuted.
Hello.
I didn't know about Def Jam poetry.
I was sitting right along with you doing it, and I'm gonna say that like that.
How about you sitting in the middle of rap ciphers and you like, I could do that too.
Exactly.
But I want to do it a little slower. I don't want to do nothing with a beat.
Exactly.
I actually want to talk about real topics, right? So when you talk about poetry and erotic poetry, that's the difference for me. Now, when we're talking about erotic poetry is pretty much we talk about it, and I'm gonna make sure I be about it if it ever happens. Like if me, like let's say you perform on stage, right? And a guy hears your poem and he's attracted to you hears your poem.
Right.
That part scares me because I'm a lover. I can't decipher who's who. I'm 35 years of young age, and I still don't know.
You said young age. Because I'll be swearing I done got up there.
Okay. And and according to, the brother who passed, I'm a leftover because I ain't married, I have children, so I'm 35, nobody want me type thing, but I'm a well-marinated leftover. Okay?
Hold up.
And the food is better the second day, so I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so I'll be a leftover.
Hold up, the seasoning sits in better. I don't know about y'all, but I remember back when we 80s babies. So back in the day, we used to eat the chicken cold on purpose, baby. The fried chicken.
I don't even eat meat.
I said the fried chicken.
I'll be thinking about
Oh, well, see, look, she messed me up though, and she know where. She said I don't even eat chicken no more. I had chills for the chicken until she said.
But she tell you that's how I eat my chicken. I love it fried.
No, but you know what's amazing about what you just said for me? I didn't know I was gonna. I don't know about y'all creative, but mine great to me. Because it's like I get this message that I'm still determined. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do it. Because I have this big thing about healing. While everybody else is walking outside giving a damn about what the industry say they look like, I'm talking about even in outfit. How's everybody body done but y'all live in the hood with me? Ooh, yeah. Ooh, I said it, and I make it with my song.
Mind you.
I said, how is everybody body done, and we all still live in a style, bro? You supposed to took that ass money and put it down on some property.
Or make the style better than
Something, do something.
That has to work.
Something.
At least
But
that has to work.
you get what I'm saying, though?
Get it done.
So when you said that just now, that thing right there, go there. Like for real, that thing right there, you know when something's so good and it's just the point is so made, you be planning this piggyback, but it don't even come out. That's what just happened. That's what just happened. I'm like, yo,
that's cool truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever have somebody talk to you, and then when y'all walking and they trip after telling the truth? That's how it is.
Mm-hmm. What's the saying? That's how true it is.
Yeah, that's so bad that I just had so much to say back, but myself was just like,
So.
right,
but I don't do all that sometimes.
Yo,
I get
shut up.
and go to sleep.
Me too.
I like to sleep.
Me too.
And I don't want you waking me up in the middle of my, unless I'm in some type of mood already prior to falling asleep, I wouldn't mind doing it again.
No, son, but you can wake me up a certain way.
Right, it's a certain
Okay,
way.
there we
wake
go. I'm
me
about
up,
to
right.
say now. Come on now.
No, I don't mind that. It's just in that moment, I want that to be a surprise. I don't
Right.
want a whole audience to know what I'm capable of because it exposes me.
Hold on, stop, wait. Stop right there. I want to interject on that right there. Because I felt like that at first. I felt like that at first about expressing my sexuality. But here's the funny thing. I know why I do it. See, we have two different perceptions. I learned that just now about you. Your perception with erotic poetry is, I don't want you looking at me like that. I don't want you picking me up. Like, I don't want you bagging me from that. Watch this. My perception is, I am so tired. I've been molested. I am so tired. I've been molested. I've been raped. All that. All of these things have happened by people who I was supposed to be able to trust, who my family was supposed to be able to trust. You get what I'm saying? So that's me owning the power of my sexuality. This is, I could talk raunchy or I could be raunchy. What I talk about, half of that stuff, whether people know it or not, it's just imagination for me. But then yes, you got other people that sometimes they are talking about what they do. They really do teabag. They really do like balls in their butt. You know, whatever it is that they're talking about. But for me, it's just a safe space to just be sexually safe. It's not for us to, you know, it's an erotic platform to come on, let's have a sex party. Absolutely not. Even though on certain occasions I could be lifestyle friendly and want to be avoided. I'm just saying. Listen, the way my life is vibrating higher, it don't suit like my taste buds are changing. So it's like I'll be there, but it's like I want to go home. I want to go home. So you know, I guess I could stop playing the devil's advocate on that, right? Right. You was here to just reflect me and okay, I write creative good. Because all jokes aside, for real, it's like that's what it really is for me. I'm owning. Look, I posted a picture right after my birthday event where it was, I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm up like this and I was twisted. I was just so nice, just under the gas. I had drank at my event with my ponytail and I have my half a butt cheek showing and half
like a pinup type.
Boom! That's the reason why I do. I was wondering who could look at that and read that off. That's the reason I do erotic poetry. And somebody said it to me, she's another energy person, spiritual person, she said to me, I like the way you was twisted, yet you showed how you was still in control. That's my point of expressing my sexuality and the things that go on in my mind about it, or my curiosity about it. Just, I'm in control. I'm nobody's victim anymore. No one's laying there to be molested and raped. I am in control today. So you can think what you want. And if you come to try to bag, it's up to me whether I want to give you some or not. God damn it. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas you got my sis here who's like, hold up. I don't even want you trying to bag. Look, I don't really want to deal with that energy where me, I just a little bit more sexually explicit than you. I want to talk about it in public.
Right. And the thing is, I'm a flirt. I don't have a problem. Like, I'll shoot my shot at dudes.
You did not try to bag me, bro. She said that dude. My bad.
And that's the thing.
I'm sorry.
You know what's funny? Most people think I am gay. Because of my demeanor.
I don't think that at all. I just was saying that because I'm home.
You know what?
I just thought I
You said that, but I'm talking about other people. Like, they genuinely would ask me if I have a strong demeanor. And the thing is, because I'm a Pisces moon, so I have to protect that.
You sure you don't want me? Okay. I'm just putting my bed in. I just tried. I'm gonna write a poem, y'all. I'm sorry. No. I know I'm simple.
So I'm just it's more like for instance, I didn't even say an erotic poem. I said a poem about a dude who hurt my feelings, right? Did a whole piece. I actually did 2 pieces for him. This is what started my trajectory to really put myself out there even more. Because he was the battery in my back, and I was like, I grew up with you. If anybody should know me,
Come on.
It should have been you.
That's a different
You
type
need
of
to
hurt.
come at me a little different.
That's a different type of pain.
That's a different pain. That's your childhood friend. Nobody, somebody you never had problems with. And the minute y'all connect in that way, because they don't know how to control their emotions.
Come on now.
And they're expecting you to reciprocate and overcompensate for something that they're afraid to do.
And they go by image. Go ahead, you got that part.
They go by image heavy.
Yeah, they sound like my ex. What's his name? No, go ahead.
Let's just say he a Libra with a wheel.
Okay, that ain't him. No, he a Pisces.
But aside from that, it was a good experience because, to be honest, I wasn't doing anything with poetry last year. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was feeling down. My mom was going through COVID. She was in the hospital. Just about to be a year on the 18th when she came out the hospital. Yeah, it was a lot last year. It was a lot. We talking about catching up with funerals that hadn't been done yet because of the pandemic. Okay, I just lost a cousin. She got shot cold blood in the daytime up in City out in the construction work. I don't know if you heard about that. It was last year. So it was a lot last year. And so when I was with him, he was supposed to be a breath of fresh air, right? He tried to choke me with his presence. And I was like, you know something? I'm going to turn this into something different. I'm not going to go on social media. I'm not going to express myself in a normal way because 10 years ago, I was a weirdo for expressing my words online. And now it's acceptable to be yourself. So I know I'm a trendsetter.
Hold on.
I'm one of the few out there who help social media.
Yo, can you, y'all want to kiss on the forehead?
Okay.
Yo, I sit to myself. Oh my God, it's so good. Yeah, I said it. I sit to myself and I think, why am I so weird? I be feeling weird too. Because I'm so different than my surroundings. I'm used to though, because this world is so big. Our surroundings is just what we used to. That's it. And I'm so different, yet blend in. Like I'm just like a chameleon. Just because that's the gift of creativity. Let me hit you with this though. Because God showed me, my creator showed me what that was. That's the gift of creativity, boo. That's all that is. That is your gift of creativity and that big broad personality you have to be charismatic and attract people to host an event like me and tear it up. You understand what I'm saying? That's all that is. So tie all that together and think about a chameleon and what they do.
Let me just flex my muscles a little bit.
You did something I didn't know you did?
I did a lot actually.
Oh boy.
I've been on WBAI 99.5 FM.
Oh.
I've done radio, television, and TV specials, documentaries with WNYE Teen Talk Radio. Google them. They probably still up on Google. They're not in operation anymore, but the history is
there.
As far as hosting events, I was a street poet. I was a part of Street Poets NYC, who was the first and only open mic group at that time to have free drinks all night. We had one set price. We paid our features $100 every show. We had 420 sessions before 420 was even.
Hold on, stop right there. Go back. You said you paid your features what?
$100.
Y'all still doing this?
No, we're defunct right now.
Damn.
But,
look, I'm trying to get $100 more. Damn.
But it was like that. So I've been on the radio, I've been on television. I graduated with my degree in communication media arts. So I know this. When you was telling me how to move the mic, I'm laughing in my head like, girl, she don't even know how many times my teacher yelled. Yeah. She don't even know how many times my teacher's like, don't touch the mic, touch the mic.
Right, touch the yeah.
I automatically touched it when I came in like, let me move the mic this way.
Well, thank you for being humble because I would have known.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the only reason why I'm mentioning it because my mom and the lady who took my pictures was Style Soul Magazine. Shout out to them for featuring in their magazine.
Shout out to Style Soul Magazine because she featured and I'm next. Shout out to Little Man. Yo, he Little Man. No, I'm not gonna front. Every time I look at his name in my phone, like a Little Man, I don't even get to the J Entertainment because he's such a little man with such big influence, such big energy. Yo, big energy. When you speak to him, make sure you let him know I know too. Nah, he know. I can see to yeah, I can talk to Jay. Stop so mad. Yes, honey. Yes.
Actually, I'm gonna do their podcast later today. That's why I was like,
oh,
today was day for me.
Dope.
Yeah. So.
What time was that?
7 to 8.
You was the morning.
So it worked out fine. You was at nighttime at first, and then we switched to the
that's nice. I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah.
I'm just so proud of y'all.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all. Because like she said, she wasn't telling everybody what she knew.
I'm a slam champion. Shout out to Very Bad Poets.
Yes.
Speaking on the 17th for $1,000. So anybody want to come through, check our page at
Absolutely.
on Instagram. Look out for flyers. I have a show on the 14th with The Real, Mr. Jokes and Truth.
That's bro right there.
And he has a comedy show at the only black comedy theater in New York City, Harlem, right across the street from.
And he spearheaded my erotic poetry. The first show.
Oh, he's good at that. He's actually one of my first experiences.
Yeah, like they don't know that the first show was my birthday experience. And every time the first show was the only show, I'm gonna be honest that I sit and could really just kind of watch mainly through. Because I don't know, but we skim through too. We do what y'all do. Look, the curators, we do what y'all do. We be skimming through our stuff too, like oh my god. But we be multitasking and so busy. We literally gotta take watching in pieces as well. So don't feel bad, y'all. But damn it, watch it and subscribe to our channel. But he definitely kicked it off. He's definitely yes, you said you was a trendsetter. I know I am. Thank you for confirming that, because unfortunately, this is how I'm gonna be looking. So they might not want to give me my props because I'm not looking a certain way. So thank you so much for today.
Listen, I'm putting on.
You know what I'm talking about with the industry
right now. The way you're looking, oh my God.
Thank you.
Stop. No, because I'm telling you, you look in the way you used to look at this.
Oh, thank you.
So just that natural beauty.
Oh.
And I'm not trying to take from anybody.
Right.
Every time we talk about us, everybody wants to join.
Say something, yeah.
Can we just have our space?
Right, give me my moment.
Just a little bit.
That's
You
right.
done great, you done Bob, you done did so much.
That's right.
So just give me that moment. I just was going to see right now. Oh,
That's right. No, I really appreciate that, and that's why I pride myself on my creator and my relationship. Without it, I'll be lost. It's moments like this, people, like your ex and mine, they miss. You know why? Because it's not popular. Who's here with us? Everybody don't value God. I call my creator God. Everybody don't value God, or you want to say creator. Everybody just don't value. You understand what I'm saying? And when you start looking at that, that's how you become more protective of yourself.
I'm in that stage right after.
I know you are.
After
I can tell by how you speak.
After him, I was like, nah, man, gotta get out of here. And that's not on some I don't like men. It's
No, I know
like,
what
I
you're
know
saying.
I need y'all.
But I'm always
right
here.
now.
She said, we gotta get out of here.
Being a mom, can you understand why I'm happy? It was that she's 10 years behind me.
Yeah, I should have been doing this.
Absolutely.
When I was in street poets, that was the moment for me to really step
She
out.
don't even know how much she blessed me. Because yes, my mother loves me dearly, but my mother's not into all of this stuff. So to hear that from someone's mom, you understand that was really a blessing to me. Because I don't have nobody tell my son, you just pushing me every single second. Because I know that I'm about 20 years. Girl, I was sitting on the stoop at 12 years old, breaking here, making money.
Me too.
How is it that I work? So we going into business together, no problem. We can't say that. We can't say the rest on here.
Yeah, okay.
So what we gonna do is y'all coming back on Tuesday? Yes, because we need to do part 2. You might be a whole segment though, like a month. You might be a. We definitely coming back, right? Because I have to let the next show come in on time. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna discontinue the conversation to continue it next week, because I already know by the time whoever didn't hear or view this, y'all gonna be very interested in this. It amazes me the views after the fact, because I'll check every now and again, because you gotta stay on top of it on YouTube. It is after the fact, because I'm going somewhere with YouTube. I am a writer, not just a poet. I have a whole slew of stuff under my sleeve as far as written stuff, So we definitely gonna chop it up about that. But you definitely gotta close us out with that crazy spoken word poetry you have. And crazy meaning it's so fire, it's so dope that I call it crazy. Let's go.
You think you know me. Time and thought I was a sucker. Heard me bust out and laughed and thought I was a joke. Didn't know that when I laughed is to hide the inkling in me, to shed tears of silent trauma brought on through my mama, which translates to relationship drama. You say you know. You thought my so-called lack of being a lady means I want to be a man, and that's why I'm single, but why would I want to be someone that's missing a piece of me? as my ex-wife. By the fact that I was here before any man, as I am woman, sensitive like bombs and NYC, so I'm metro woman. But don't worry about me. Ask if being a man died down and if he wants to be me. I carry the weight of the world in my mitochondrial DNA and still love you enough to birth nations who then turn around and say to me that this is a man's work. If they call it reproducing. So now I'm producing multiple levels of lucid as I control the aspects of my dreams that seem to defer me. But see, like with me, ain't been no crystals there. You see, I hold knowledge in my head. You say you. When I came across your stage to enlighten and engage a crowd that's around my age so they could feel my rage as I say it so poetically, like I'm about to bring about this age. Y'all, the fuck out. You don't know me. Even now at this hour, you thought my words didn't hold enough power to hit you hard with verbal spars that have you lean like a tower, but no piece of the power was left for you once I arrived. I'm here for the crown. I'm Neo Soul. This is nighttime. Been letting y'all rock for a while now, just roll with the punches, the lines that I find time to unwind, and then I let them unravel and spill all over you. Royal thoughts I manifest with ease and content because it's been one hell of a journey from seeing red to content. But I remember at sunset the sun shines orange skies with its yellow magnificence. I related to my Leo excellence. I know frills, I'm decadent, this gift is heaven sent, but I've been sleeping on it. So fuck that. When you see me, respect my shit. And now give love like compliments. Only green that's on my mind is in my pockets on side. It's what keeps me from feeling blue as depression is a reality that is true and yet me. Sometimes I feel like I lost my sister in the color purple, but she came back around like full circle with a poem full of seeds like a squirtle because it is woman's month and it ain't gonna hurt you. It ain't gonna hurt you that I use the same colors of my chakras just to simply mystify and shock you like a poetic head doctor just to show you how color therapy works on the mind, and I still find time to kick shit to my fans like when shit hits the fan, but I'm gentle and I make rhyming where I stand. See, I'm not just a poet that knows it, always ready for a beat and flows it. Yeah. I'm the intellect battle tech, using all my words to dissect my competition like science projects. See how fly I project and yet cease to inject my spectacular vernacular because I'm the least you expect. But I'm the first you respect. But see, I don't need rhyme. I do this shit in my sleep. No, really, I wrote this poem while I was asleep. No knowledge of self, ready to take leaps and bound myself to the highest. Never cared about being the flyest, but I knew if I grew to the woman I turned into, that I too would pass on a great song to my firstborn. See, when the time is up on me, boo, I'll stand up for me too. Start sifting through the dirt just to see through. I gotta get what's mine now and share it with you too while being selfish enough to make this piece about who? The divine feminine. Because I am woman, and you still don't know me.
And you can go follow her on Instagram at The Real Neo Soul. We will see you again next. We will be back again, rather. You will see and hear us next Tuesday morning, this time at 8 a.m. You heard? You heard. We're going to do the full 2 hours slot next week. Give it up for the Harlem Public Podcast and Radio Talk Show, Tuesday morning hot topics. We will continue this topic. Shout out to Newtown Radio Station. Give it up for Stylist So Mad. Give it up for the truth. You can go purchase Thoughts of a Side Chick. Make sure you go and follow her at DATROOTH1 on Instagram. DM her so that you can find out where to purchase the book. The author is Lisa Gladden. That is her name. I am Kashima Amisha, creative producer and host here now every single Tuesday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. So make sure you join us and have a good day. You heard? Peace. But before I let you go, I'm going to play a song. We're going to spin another independent artist as we close out. And this independent artist's name is Ebony Jane.
I'm gonna give it to him. I'm la ciencia. like me cause I'm nasty. For him I get ratchet, I fucked him in the backseat. He was all up